All right, folks, I'm Tom Downey. Alongside me is Mitchell Renz. Let's take a look then at some more live Q&A questions from you guys. Again, keep using hashtag NFL in the comment section. We'll get to as many as we can here, and we always love doing this, so keep them coming there. So this one first up from the list asks, DeMarcus Lawrence exclusive or non-exclusive, referring to the franchise tag? I believe it's going to be the non-exclusive. The difference there really is that non-exclusive means you can still trade him. Either A, DeMarcus Lawrence can go shop his desired offer to teams, he can sign it, and they can give the Cowboys 2 first-round picks, or kind of more like the Jarvis Landry deal, they can work out a differing value.
Sounds good. I'm just looking at some of these comments. People are thinking that I took a beer break and I didn't take a pee break. So if you guys want to watch...
You are more of a beer break man, but you just do it on air. It's fine.
If you guys want to watch me drink 6 beers tomorrow, let me know. It'll be there. YouTube.com/Raiders Report. 3 o'clock Pacific time, 5 o'clock Central time, 6 o'clock Eastern time. I'll be drinking 6 beers in 6 minutes.
All right, here's a good one. Who do y'all think gets the biggest contract this offseason? First question, are extensions allowed? Do extensions count?
Sure.
Dak Prescott.
Oh, man. He's a quarterback. I mean, it makes sense.
There you go. Because Russell Wilson's not going to re-sign before the end of this upcoming season. Otherwise, it'd be him by a wide margin.
I wish I could give you another name off the top
It's
of my head,
Dak.
and I can't think of one.
It's Dak by like at least $6 or $7 million.
Wow.
Because then it's Nick Foles, I think.
Foles will probably get, what, like 21, 20?
I'm putting the over-under at Nick Foles at $24.5 million.
Whew, man.
That's the over-under there.
Oh.
All right, some more comments from WolfHunter421. With Witten returning, does Dallas still sign a tight end in free agency or just draft one in the later rounds and sign somebody next year? I don't know if they add any tight ends now.
So do they need to add a tight end?
The return of Witten means you don't have to. Because you still have Dalton Schultz, you still have Blake Jarwin, 2 guys the Cowboys like, so you don't have to add another premium player.
Rico Gathers.
He's about done now. So I don't think you have to. As for tight end, we'll still take a look at some other options. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the Cowboys Report. We'll be back again tomorrow. We went live today with the DeMarcus Lawrence franchise tag news, but always good stuff going on around this time of the year. SC Garrett, where do you think Anthony Barr is going to sign, Mitchell?
I think an interesting team is the Raiders, but there's a bunch of teams out there. So I guess it depends what they want from Barr. Do they want a defensive end? Because I think Barr could play defensive end. He did it at UCLA. Or they want to play him at linebacker. So I think Barr to the Raiders would be interesting. However, I don't think it's...
Yeah, I'd kind of like to see him in New York. They're kind of, I think, going to run more of a hybrid defense this year.
You're taking New York because there's 2 options there. Better the odds.
See, there you go.
He's a better.
There you go. See, I meant the Jets, but the Giants also make sense.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, again, they got money to blow, so...
Well, Mitch, I am indeed a better. You guys can be too. Chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code LIVE120 for a 120% deposit bonus. They had combine prop bets up, Mitch. Did you take any of the bets that I told you about?
No, I did not, but I
made
definitely
so
heard
much
you.
Money.
You were chewing my ear off this morning talking about spider charts and Pac-Man and all other crazy things I don't know. But I will say, Tom does win a lot of money, and you guys can too. Go to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code LIVE120 for a 120% deposit bonus. Be a big baller over here like Tom. Put down $500, get $600 for free. I don't think he's ever going to run out of bonus money because for some reason, BetDSI, I don't know what it is. I don't get as much bonus money. Brett doesn't get as much bonus money. They think they just give it all to Tom. We need to figure it out. But I will say, best place to bet.
Y'all just say, I started with 50. I'm above 300 now. So there you go. All right, Tanner Mullins, who should the Colts go after in free agency in the draft? One of the guys we mentioned earlier,
Landon
Mitch.
Collins.
Landon Collins.
Would love that. Antonio Brown would be interesting pairing up with Luck. I don't think that's going to happen. The Steelers, I think, would be dumb to let him go to a competing AFC team. But, I mean, again, they have so much money. Landon Collins to the Colts is my number 2 team. I mean, I still think the Giants are the number 1 team. But the Colts are so close. Right? They got ripped apart.
Now that he's probably going to hit the open market.
I mean, that's true.
Makes sense.
They got ripped apart by Patrick Mahomes, and I'm thinking this, okay, the only thing that we need to pair up, really, the offense is there. Maybe they want to add a few solid wide receivers to help T.Y. Hilton. But Landon Collins to the Colts would be fun as hell.
And then in the draft, I don't know if he's going to be there. Someone mentioned Christian Wilkins earlier. That makes sense. If they were to ever spend a premium pick on a corner, DeAndre Baker is a perfect fit for them.
Okay, he's raising up your board then.
Perfect. No, that late round 1, early round 2 range. Perfect fit for him. He ran as expected, by the way. Easy money bet DSI bet. Over under 4.6. Hammered the over. Nailed it. Boy, this name. TOI9IDE. Oh, boy, I can't read it. All right, Packers need to trade up to get an elite defensive player and help them out. And this is an idea that you actually suggested, Mitch.
Yep.
So here it is. Packers receive the number 4 overall pick, and the Raiders get number 12 and 30. It works out pretty well in terms of the trade value chart.
Yeah. So now here's the
You doing
thing,
it?
right? I'll do this if Josh Allen, Quinnen Williams, Nick Bosa are off the board. If those 3 players are off the board, the Packers come knocking on my door, then yeah, I would probably do this. Then the Raiders have 4 picks. They need to rebuild that team. They have a lot of you're 4-12. You need as many picks and players as you possibly can get. However, Quinnen Williams, Allen, both are on the board, then I don't do it.
Recondite Red, do you think any of the edge rushers who have been tagged will be traded? I don't think Frank Clark. I don't think DeMarcus Lawrence. But there's been enough talk already around Dee Ford that maybe that does end up happening.
It would be interesting, and I think the Chiefs would be dumb to let Dee Ford go through their fingertips because I think he's one of the elite pass rushers in the NFL, and that Chiefs defense is bad.
It's bad. He's probably their best player. Imagine a very plausible scenario where the Chiefs lose Justin Houston, Dee Ford, and Eric Berry all by choice this offseason. But here's why they have to do that. Mahomes is going to get a record-setting deal the second he's eligible. You're going to have to pay Tyreek Hill after the 2020 season.
Yep.
And then Chris Jones, who is actually your best defensive player, is also due for a big contract. So, and all 3 of those guys are probably going to set the record at their position.
Oh boy, you better win now, Chiefs. Better win now.
All right, Polo Dro, who is, looks like he's wearing Jaguars gear, which makes sense why he thinks the
Dolphins?
Jags. I think it's Jacksonville. It's tough to tell there. Is it Dolphins? Is it Dolphins? Jacksonville. All right, I'm right. Anyway, he says, will Nick Foles lead the Jags to the Super Bowl?
No.
You want us to say yeah, but no.
No. Would the Jags even make the playoffs? I don't even know at this point. They have a great defense. Mm-hmm. They really do. But which Nick Foles am I going to get? Am I going to get sometimes the really competent Nick Foles, or am I going to get the Nick Foles who really, when he first started playing with the Eagles, wasn't all that great? How long is it going to take?
All right, from Jay Grubbs, what teams do you think have a chance to trade up? He means earlier in the NFL draft. It's the teams that have a bunch of draft picks. The Patriots can be aggressive.
Okay.
The Texans should be aggressive, by the way. They're sitting right now at number 23, and they have number 54 and number 55. They can get into around the top 15. They should do it for an offensive lineman. Houston should be very aggressive. Oakland
also,
could be aggressive.
any team that needs a quarterback. Like any team that needs a quarterback, the Redskins, the Bengals, the Dolphins, the Giants, the Broncos, like all these teams that have been rumored for a quarterback.
The Jags even.
The Jags. Heck, the Jags could still take Haskins. They really could. It wouldn't totally surprise me. Maybe they want Haskins to learn under Foles, but
I need to see the contract for Nick Foles. If it's like a Case Keenum type structured deal, then sure. Which I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be more expensive than that. Matt S. wants to know who wins the Bortles sweepstakes, the teams that don't sign him.
I
like my joke better.
State Farm. The teams that don't sign him, that's fair.
Bortles will get signed somewhere as a backup.
Oh.
I just don't think he's going to be a starter that you ever want to actually have to play.
Goes back to play at UCF.
Nacho Cheese asking the Texans get Bell or Noah Fant. He means F-A-N-T. Maybe Bell. That's one we had discussed before. I don't think they need to be investing in a tight end right now. I like Noah Fant a lot. I think he could be there for them at 23. They got to get an offensive lineman. Tight end's a bit of a need there, but take someone around 2 or round 3. Go
I
get
still
linemen.
think they have pretty skilled position players. They need a running back also. Offensive line is by far their biggest need. Wow.
One last one from Tom Glasspenis. Who do you think will go number 1? I think it'll be Nick Bosa or Quinnen Williams if there's no trade.
You could see right through this question.
If there is a trade, we will get something else there, but I don't think you're going to see Kyler Murray go number 1 to the Cardinals. I will continue to say that. If I'm wrong, don't worry. I got some great jokes aimed at myself coming up there. It'll be hilarious.
Oh, man. I sure hope so. Tom Glasspenis, greatest name out there.